Hey, what's up everyone? I'm going to hop on here and do a quick review of my Briggs Stratton Premium 4-Cycle engine oil because it is time to tune up and change the oil on my Craftsman T110 riding mower with the Briggs Stratton motor in it. So I figured I would show you how to actually change the oil as well as what oil I'm going to use. Now I chose the Briggs & Stratton because it is a Briggs & Stratton motor, and I think I should just use the OEM parts for anything that I change because that's what the manufacturer designed it for, and it's lawnmower oil, so it's not terribly expensive to go OEM versus aftermarket. And I did buy the 48-ounce version. It's going to take a lot less than 48 ounces, but oil doesn't really go bad, and it was a lot less expensive to buy this. I can just put it on the shelf and use the remainder for next season. Now, this is on the right side of the mower, and you'll see this is actually, your model might be a little bit different, but this is the drain plug right down here. I'm going to remove that, and that's actually going to drain the oil. Now, as you can see, this drain plug is actually square. It's not your traditional hex like you'd see on a normal drain plug on a car. And I think Briggs & Stratton has done that on purpose so that people don't basically use an impact and try to do this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to use an adjustable wrench and just basically, because there's not a whole lot of torque. Again, it's a lawnmower engine. There's not a whole lot of torque here. And I'm just going to take the, loosen this up. I'm not going to take it all the way out because there is actually, Briggs & Stratton gives you a little oil drain so that you can get over this rail and into a proper drain. So I want to show you how to do that. And again, once you get it cracked loose, you're just going to loosen it just a little bit that's in there, enough that you can actually get it here. What you want to do is you want to get it to the point where you can basically rotate it by hand. And I can just about get that rotated by hand, but again, I can't get the camera in there. But again, get it rotated by hand. Then what you're going to do, you're going to take this little drain. You'll see there's a square end and there's actually a U-shaped end. The U-shaped end, you're basically going to do is you're basically going to take the wire. There's a little clip here that you want to get rid of. Get that underneath the steering arm here. And then what you're going to do is you're actually going to slide this underneath. See if I can get this off the tripod here for a second. You want to get it underneath. You'll see there's like a little collar around the block. Get that under. So now when I remove that by hand, the oil is going to flow into the drain. And then I'm going to I got to move the tripod, but I also have to get a bucket here so that the oil doesn't drain and make a mess. Now I had to get a little bit creative here with my setup here to catch the drain. Hopefully you don't have to do this, but this should work. So now the oil is going to flow out of there into here, into the funnel, and then ultimately into the catch pan. Now they do say to do this warm because when you run the engine warm, it's going to take all the gunk that's been sitting here all season and it's going to suspend it into the engine, or into the engine oil. So what I'm going to do, I've set everything up cold. I'm going to run this for a little bit, get it heated up so I'm not touching a hot engine for more than a couple of seconds. So let's do that. Now this doesn't have to get up completely to operating temperature. It's more to agitate the oil than anything else. I've probably run it for about 30 seconds. And now I'm going to remove this by hand, and then I'm going to let the oil flow. And when it's warm, it'll flow better than when it's cold. And now we just wait and let it drain. If you want to actually let it drain further, take the dipstick out, and it'll actually flow a little bit faster into. It'll flow faster into the drain pan. Now when you're done, you want to just put the drain plug in, take the thing off. No one's ever going to be 100%, but if I have one little drop of oil and a little run here, the rag will be able to clean that all up. Now we're just going to take our wrench and tighten everything back up. And now when it comes to filling, we're going to take our fill and we're going to put our funnel inside the filler neck, and then we're basically going to keep pulling the dipstick. It's going to be almost like trial and error. And I'm going to see if I can get the camera to focus here. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to try to find and get the oil level into the check. You should actually kind of see the two, you'll see those two holes. Again, it's out of focus. I'm gonna see if I get this to focus a little bit. There we go. Now that it's focused, you'll see that little checked area between the, you'll see that between the two lines. We want our oil level to be at the top of that checked area. The pointy end of the dipstick is the bottom of the dipstick, so we want it to be on the left side where that arrow is pointing to. Once we got our funnel there, we're just gonna basically take our oil and just pour it on down the hatch until we can get the level right. I'll do this a little bit at a time, and then just each time I'll pull the funnel out, take a dipstick and then I'll make sure I write down on the bottle what the right amount was. Because on the side of the bottle, it'll let you know, it actually has a measure of how many ounces go into the, how many are left. I'll write how much it takes, and then we can kind of do math and figure out how many changes I have left in the bottle. And there you can see there, we've got the oil at the right level between the holes, and that's it. We can put this in here. and call it good. We're now ready for the season. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take note of how many ounces it took. It looks like this one we're a little bit below the 20 ounce mark, so this took about 28 ounces. So we've got a little less than two oil changes per 48 ounce container. Good job. I also I recommend this for anyone who wants to do an oil change on their lawnmower. Hey, real quick, if you like what you see in this video and you want to purchase one for yourself, I've left links to everything here in the description. And if you want more no nonsense, no BS product reviews, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss one.